How to plant palmetto grass plugs. Palmetto grass plugs, I would say there's, we get this question regarding Bermuda grass a lot, and a lot of people, I guess they the way people used to plant grass, or maybe the way the farms plant grass using plugs. People will kind of use intermittently. They'll use the same interchangeably. I'm sorry. They'll use the term a sprig and a plug and sodding. Those are three different things. Plugs in particular, as we think of it, the way we plant our farm, we do use plugs. We feed the 16 by 24 inch blocks that we cut and sell to the public. We feed it into a machine. It cuts it up into 4-inch pieces, and it drops out the bottom of a machine, and then a roller comes over it and kind of smashes it down in the ground, and then they water it, and then they have an arsenal of chemicals at their fingertips that they use to fight the weeds and all of that good stuff. It's not feasible for homeowners to plant grass using plugs, in my opinion. Any type of grass. Palmetto is certainly included in that, just because, first of all, if you live in a house where there's an HOA of any sort, they're not going to go for it because you're going to plant this grass. And if you're using plugs, even if you put them out there fairly tight, you're only going to get a certain survival. Not all of them are going to live. There's going to be big gaps of dirt, and that's going to go on for a while. And you could be, 6 months plus, but to get a full yard out of it. And that's if you have somebody with probably that's going to have a chemical applicator's license to be able to get the chemicals that it's going to take to keep the weeds from coming up, because anywhere there's bare dirt, more than likely the first thing that's going to invade your yard is common Bermuda grass, and then a whole host of other weeds as well. So you're going to have to be able to fight those weeds off to give the grass that you planted time to cover an area. And it's just not feasible. You've by the time you did all that, your time and money on chemicals and stuff, you've way given away any savings that you had buying less grass to do that. So I would try to talk anybody out of not because I'm in the grass business, just because I don't think it's feasible at all to plant a residential area with plugs or sprigs for that matter. And so we recommend, if you're trying to budget, especially if we're talking about acreage home sites or large home sites, plant 30 feet out away from your house all the way around, and then maybe just the front yard or the focal point of the house or whatever, plant that area, and then leave the rest and let whatever come up. You could come back and do that later, but that gets a hold of the erosion and stops that, and that's what we recommend if you're kind of on a budget. But I just do not think that planting grass other than solid sodding is reasonable for most homeowners.